dancing alone. I'm ready to go, but she's so lost and stereo, she's out of control, so beautiful. And I've been waiting so long, but she'll never know. I'm losing hope, 'cause she's so lost and
Suzu, how dare loudspeaker, alarm, phone, alarm clock. That's it. Ragu needed. 473-52946. Munts, go to room right now.
Okay, watch TV, turn on news.
Breaking news. Fire forces. Early morning evacuation at Fairmont Royal York Hotel.
Fire crews respond to a 2-alarm fire at the Fairmont Royal York Hotel on May 30th, 2026. City News, Ricardo Alfonso, by John Marquezin. Posted May 30th, 2026, 11:05 a.m. Last updated May 30th, 2026, 2:54 p.m.
A 2-alarm fire briefly forced the evacuation of a downtown hotel. On Saturday morning, 5 crews were called to the Fairmont Royal York on Front Street just before 5:30 a.m. following reports of a fire inside a laundry. Shoot.
No official cause has been released. Media reports simply state the fire started in the laundry. Shoot. Fire investigators are likely examining the scene, but as of July 2026, no cause has been confirmed. There is no indication of foul play. The working assumption is an accidental ignition, for example, overheated materials, until proven otherwise. We explicitly note that sources do not specify how or why the fire began.
The hotel was fully evacuated for about 2 hours. Aside from the brief morning interruption, operations resumed immediately. City News reports that guests were allowed back into the building just before 7:30 a.m. and no scheduled events were canceled. In fact, one wedding party stayed on schedule. All evidence indicates the Fairmont Royal York is operating normally post-incident.
No details on insurance or financial loss have been made public, given the small-scale nature of the fire. Costs are likely confined to cleaning, minor repairs, and any lost business for a few hours. Without official estimates, we can only note that all sources imply the impact was negligible. For example, in the 2016 fire at this hotel, Toronto Fire said damage was minimal. Presumably the 2026 event is similar or less severe.
There is no indication of any legal action arising. No arrests or charges have been reported, and none would be expected absent foul play. Toronto Fire will naturally conduct a routine investigation into the cause, but unless something unlawful is discovered, no citations or fines seem likely. No new building inspections or regulatory changes specific to this incident have been announced.
No significant knock-on effects were reported for local businesses or transit. The Street Inn. Front of the hotel was closed briefly, but reopened by mid-morning with no prolonged gridlock. Nearby restaurants, offices, and the railway station adjacent resumed normal function once the hotel reopened. If anything, the incident was contained entirely within the hotel's own response zones. City News noted only minimal impact on the surrounding block.
City News Rogers Media and Toronto Police tweets agree on the key facts. An early morning laundry chute fire, full evacuation, no injuries, and quick extinguishment, the only minor discrepancy was timing. City News says crews arrived just before 5:30 a.m., whereas the police timestamp is 5:47 a.m., likely reflecting when the fire was declared out. Such small differences arise from report-to-report framing, but do not affect the overall picture. All sources emphasize the same essentials.
At about 5 this morning, the alarm started that there was an issue in the building. At about 5:40, they said it was an active fire and that the building needed to be evacuated, said one guest. one couple said they will have an interesting story to tell about their special day.
We're actually getting married today at the Fairmont, they told City News. We really want people to have a good time and remember, this wedding ... it will be a story for the ages. The couple were hopeful that their 11:30 ceremony would not be delayed too much by the early morning fire.
Thank you, Toronto. Early morning evacuation at Fairmont Royal York Hotel. I see you later, news.
What? Hector Hyena, I told Fairmont Royal York Fire that's damaged, that's it you. Grounded. 317,353,295 months. This means no TV, no computer, no hotel, no playing, no party, no McDonald's, no food, no Pizza Hut, no phone. I'm call your father right now. Hello. Seasonal patterns in punishments, January-December.
Executive summary: punishments, criminal sentences, administrative sanctions, disciplinary measures, etc., often exhibit seasonal and calendar-driven patterns. For example, courts and prisons typically slow down in late December, leading to a year-end drop in new sentences and a corresponding post-holiday spike in January. Many jurisdictions have statutory deadlines or time limits tied to calendar months. For example, limited to within 6 months of an offense, judicial calendars holidays.
Summary: minor offenses. In the U.S., federal law generally requires prosecution of non-capital offenses within 5 years of the crime, no time limit. For capital crimes, an exact multi-year deadline unaffected by months. Similarly, many civil law codes prescribe limitation periods in years. For example, Germany's StGB sets up to 30 years for murder, 5 to 20 years for other crimes.
For example, end-of-year reporting requirements for corrections departments. Some ordinances require annual actions by certain calendar dates. These effects are jurisdiction-specific and not uniformly codified. But practitioners often note year-end deadlines for statutory compliance or reviews. Thank you, BYE. Bye. January punishments: punch to bones. February punishments: saw, sow blood. March punishments: gunshot. April punishments: TV VHS scary. May punishments: logo scary. June punishments: guitar Arabic. July punishments: play music. August punishments: singing. Septiment punishments: rabab to Arabic playing. October punishments: con into playing. November punishments: Cayman. Come on, you playing. December punishments: ground you. Go to your room right now.